Hey guys, welcome to another installment of Dan. I'm Dave.
And I'm Alex.
And today we're going to talk about the most recent chapter of Dragon Ball Super, chapter 86.
As per usual, we're going to go over a breakdown of what happened in the chapter, and then we will share our thoughts.
Alright, so here it appears we are nearing the end of the arc, with Gas having done his final transformation in order to defeat Goku. Elec is very confident in his brother's victory.
After charging up, Gas begins to use his newly unveiled powers to put Goku into a stasis and choke him. Goku, still in his UI variant, tries to break free with an instant transmission, but Gas is having none of it and gives him a good smack.
Gas continues to lay the beatdown on Goku, creating a tornado and attempting to blast Goku into space. As he's trying to finish Goku off, Maki, Gas' sister, remarks that Gas seems off. Everyone, including Goku, notices that Gas is aging rapidly and that his power and body are out of sync.
At this point, Gas looks like he's winning when Granolah appears to break the two up, but instead of going after Gas, he goes after Goku. Elec thinks this is due to revenge against the Saiyans, but in reality, it's so that he can steal the chance to strategize with Goku. Now Granolah needs time to charge up a single attack to defeat Gas, and it's Goku's job to hold him off until then. Gas and Goku continue to go all out, with Gas using several techniques that enlarge his fists and his feet.
I also found that there's a hard to notice panel, but it looks like Gas is about to finish Goku off, but Goku changes quickly into his full UI to avoid the blasts. That's when Vegeta comes back into the picture, giving Gas a big headbutt, seemingly because he's too tired to fight properly.
This triggers everyone to jump into the fight, with the Heeters and even Monaito jumping in. Monaito uses a hypnosis technique to hold the Heeter siblings off. Vegeta continues to struggle to hold Gas, while Goku uses a new Ultra Instinct technique where he transforms into a giant spirit version of himself.
Then, using what seems like a combo straight out of Dragon Ball FighterZ, Giant Goku throws Gas into space. Granolah uses his special eye to help him aim, and then he fires the blast. Gas is knocked out but not dead, and Granolah tells the Heeters to pack up and leave, with the final scene showing Gas in a Yamcha pose on the ground. Alright, so I think the first thing that we should address is Goku's new kind of final form. He uses this against Moro as well, but it's his like giant spirit. What do you think about that?
So when he used it against Moro, he had power coming to him from Oob that with the Supreme Kai or whoever it was like helping him utilize. So there was a trigger for him to use that technique, but now he's seemingly just used it in a pinch in order to finish off Gas. So while it was kind of a cool ending, I do like the way that he just kind of threw him into a spot where he could get shot at. Mm-hmm. I don't know how I feel about the actual technique itself.
Yeah, so I'm torn as well, because I think the actual, I don't know what you would call it, choreography, the animation, whatever, the art, it looks really cool, like seeing him grab him, like you say, and throw him. It looks like a cool combo where he throws him perfectly in the spot and he's able to shoot him like that. I think that's really cool, but I don't like it when Goku can, or any character really, can just like pull power pretty quickly out of nowhere. I like when they have to kind of struggle for something, you know, like Kaioken, the first time Goku uses that. First of all, it takes him like a year before he can do it. And then he can only do like a little bit and then a little bit more. And each time he's like kind of getting more and more destroyed. And at the end of Moro, I believe he was like really messed up as well.
He was beat
right?
down. And there was a lot of healing and regaining of power in this arc for every character. Like everybody that fought this arc was able to fight again after sustaining serious injuries. So, I mean, really Vegeta's the only one that like, every time he jumps back in the fight, he's clearly done. He's like, tries to like headbutt him.
Yeah, he's just consistently a battered and broken old man.
Yeah,
but he still pushes forward. Yeah, so now I guess we could. Do you think that every character now is going to have a giant form? Because you also mentioned that Moro starts doing this as well. He starts off with like a giant spirit hand, then two. Do you think that more characters are going to have this? Is this going to just be like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Yeah, so that's like we're seeing stands, right? I know that was a reaction on Reddit, and Gas was using a form of this when he was creating fists and then his feet, and then at one point he created all four limbs out of spirit and used them to batter Goku. So yeah, you know, who knows? Maybe this is the new direction. I really hope not, though.
I love JoJo.
So I think another question that we have after this is the arc truly over? Because I'm not interested in another, Freezer or Cell or Boo, I'm still alive moment. We don't really know what could happen if the arc were to be extended, but one theory that I have is that the Heeters did acquire that android being 7-3, and so 7-3 could hypothetically copy Gas's power before he maybe dies in that crater. The power that he copies only lasts for 30 minutes though, so this would be an arc extending move and not an actual hey, here's your next arc and your next villain. So I think that, while Gas is probably going to die here, that Granolah still has a lot more time. It seems that he really didn't push the limits of the power and the increase, and that he had a longer lifespan or something to that point. So if we do continue into a new arc, there's a chance that Granolah is involved in it.
Yeah, so I think there's a couple ways it could go down. Obviously, they could have, like what you were kind of saying, like another Frieza or Boo or something where he kind of stands back up, because he is kind of so flowing with energy, and if he does only have a day or two left, it's hard to tell if they're gonna make it so he has to recover, or if he can kind of blast the rest of his power just to have one last little go. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think for now Gas is done, and like you say, he's probably only got a couple days left, and then Granolah has maybe months or a year or something. But we still have a couple things unanswered, because I'm assuming that Elec and the Heeters still want to take over Frieza's empire. So are they gonna continue with that somehow? Is that gonna be just dropped? Will that be another arc later on? Because there is a chance that this is kind of the Android and Cell saga, where this is a prelude chapter. What if they go and interact with Frieza now? Or would that be its own thing where Goku and Vegeta aren't even involved? Or what's going on? Does Granolah have any beef with Frieza or anything like that? Are they gonna just let the Heeters go completely? There's lots of little extending things that could happen, but
I do think that with Granolah, he's quite content to leave the past behind, and that he's not going to go after anybody that doesn't come after him. However, I do think that Granolah the warrior has been awakened, and that's where we could see Granolah used in some kind of story, some sort of tournament arc, or as some sort of setup character that, maybe the Heeters come to get revenge on him anyway, and he gets killed or beat up by the new villain to show us how strong the new villain is.
That's actually pretty smart, because he doesn't have that much time left, like you said, so there's no kind of cost if they kill him off. They can just make it really epic. It's not a Goku or Vegeta who they're gonna be we need to bring him back, because it's one of the main characters. I feel like Granolah is a good side character, which they can sacrifice, almost like Trunks, how he doesn't really come back, right? Because he just goes to his own timeline, then he's gone. But that's part of the reason why he's so cool, is because he's just there for the cool moments.
And that's why Gas kind of has to die here. And so we're kind of guessing these lifespans. I think from the context of what they've said in the text, that Granolah has more time than Gas.
Yeah.
But also, just from a story sense, if Gas has a year left in his life, let's say, he's just gonna do whatever he can to train or power up or heal and go back and fight them. He only has a year left. If you were gonna die and you have this unfinished business and your brother's Elec, then you're not stopping till you're dead. So he kind of has to die here, even if no one finishes him off.
Yeah, well, then again, while you were saying that to me, I just envisioned Goku hearing that and saying oh, you can come back stronger, and then just letting him be no guys, don't worry, I'll cover this, and then there'll be some Vegeta will be pissed off, and just the usual. So yeah, they might just start a new arc. When you were saying they could do a tournament, I kind of would like one. We've had a few arcs now since the Tournament of Power, and I'm kind of itching for a new tournament.
There's no such thing as too many tournaments.
Never. They could do 5 in a row and I would love it. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching.
And be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps us out and shows some support for our growing channel. Thank you so much. We'll see you all in the next one.